I'm Kirk Anderson, and welcome back to the shop. It's coming along pretty good. Still have a few projects that need to get done before I can cut the ribbon officially and open up the shop to where I want it. But it's coming along really well. This next project is a cart with drawers on it to hold the drill press. My initial plans of a miter saw station with a lot of drawers for storage has changed a bit. So this cart with its drawers is ideal to solve some of that storage issue. I also want to throw out a thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And please like the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. So without any further ado, let's get into the build. Well, I started by breaking down 3/4 inch plywood on the table saw. Most of this project was built with scraps that I had laying around. Well, then I cut it down to size. I'll post the dimensions of the cart in the comments. Now, as with most of my projects for the shop, I'm putting it together with pocket hole screws. And in this instance, I neglected to hook up the vacuum for the dust collector. In putting it together with the pocket hole screws, I also glued it. And then putting the bottom on, I glued it. Of course, spread the glue out. And place the bottom on. And then screw it in. Now I also put some cleats on the top, in the front and in the back. This is to help stabilize it and also to give me something to attach the top with. And of course, being plywood, the ends did have some voids that I filled in with some wood putty, and then I just sanded it down. I'm using full extension drawer slides for the drawers. There are many ways to install drawer slides. I just cut some spacers to space them out. I am using a Vex bit to drill the holes, and then I'll just hand screw the screws in. These drawer slides are rated at 100 pounds, which is plenty for a project like this. Now, as you can tell, the majority of this plywood, this scrap plywood that I'm using, it's already pre-primed. It came that way. So that's why a lot of my projects that I built with this type of plywood is getting painted. Now, I did put some blocks on the bottom for where the casters go to give it a little bit more mass. And it was just a matter of screwing the casters in. And now it's time to build the drawers. And for a shop project, the easiest way to do that is with pocket hole screws. As you can see here, I have the vacuum dust collector hooked up to it, which makes it a lot easier in cleanup. Then using a regular F-style clamp, I clamp the pieces together and glue, and then drive the pocket hole screws in. There are many different ways you can make drawers. And like I said, for shop projects, this is the easiest. And the bottom is just glued and screwed. So you put the glue on, spread it out, then place the bottom on, and screw it down. And to keep the bottom from moving all over the place as I'm screwing it down, I did put a clamp on it to help sustain it. Now it's time to install the drawers. I cut some 1/4 inch spacers, so there's a 1/4 inch between each drawer. Then I put the drawer in and lined up the drawer slide with the front of the drawer. I just have a small portion of the drawer extended so I can get to the first drill hole. There again, using Vex bit, drill a hole and then drive the screw in. And I alternate from side to side on this. Then carefully pull the drawer out till you get to the next hole in the drawer slide, and repeat and rinse. Now once I got these 2 screws in, I was able to take the drawer out, which made it easier to drive the rest of the screws in. Now it's time to install the drawer fronts. First, I just pre-drilled some holes in the front of the drawers. Using a spacer, this is a 1/16 inch spacer. Place the drawer front, ensure that it's lined up on the sides. Don't have to worry about the bottom because you got the spacer. And then I put a couple of clamps on there to help secure it. And then I drove 4 screws in from the back. Driving 4 screws from the back, and then the handle that I'm using, I have 2 screws going in from the front, so a total of 6 screws will be plenty to hold these drawer fronts in place. And I did not glue the drawer fronts either. And then test it out, pull the drawer out, no problem, slides really nicely. And there she is, ready for action with the drill press on top. The top is just a 3/4 inch piece of plywood that was left over from when I made the assembly outfeed table. And I just put a couple of coats of polyurethane on it just for some quick protection. Well, that does it for this video. This cart will come in real handy with the drawers for storage. And as I've said many times, especially in a small shop, storage becomes a premium. So anything that you can create that gives you more storage is always a plus. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give it a like, and don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and when you do, hit that bell, that's so you always know when I have a new video that's posted. Don't forget, all you woodworkers out there, just get out there and cut some wood.